Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Woo.
Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with AMR Elite Realtors. I am Alicia Richardson, broker owner of AMR Elite Realtors, and I have with me
Juanita Winky Kennedy, associate broker with AMR Elite Realtors.
And I am Mashana Perry, broker owner with Making Moves Happen Realty in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And we have Mr. Rob Donaldson of Rising Culture Consulting Group, our resident credit repair expert. Woo!
Good morning. We're so glad to have you this morning. So glad.
Yeah, we pushing with some ugly traffic and weather in Maryland at the moment. So he jumped on right at the last, but we here. You been able to take a breath, Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, we're gonna let him get a water, and then we're gonna get this conversation started real quick.
Because everybody wants to talk about credit, right?
This is the time to talk about
credit.
Credit.
So welcome as the viewers are
what's going
tuning
on in the credit world.
Yes.
Even if you have some setbacks, you can get back.
Right.
You can definitely get back and do what you need to do to be a homeowner, an investor, whatever it is. You can do that.
Yes. So I have been able to actually witness the job that Mr. Donaldson can do on credit. All right. So I had a person that went to one credit expert, and they told him it would take a year for them to get their credit together and be able to purchase. And then this person popped up. I was like, where he come from? I didn't know where he came from, right? But in 4 months, she called me back and she was like, I'm ready. Got qualified, we closed, and we're done.
All right.
And I was like, okay, yeah.
That's good news.
I need to know this gentleman who's working credit wonders out here. Mm-hmm. And so I'll start with our first question. Can you please tell us about yourself and your company?
Great. Yeah, I'm Rob Donaldson of Rising Culture Consulting Group. Yes, we do credit, but we don't even like to identify as a credit repair company. We identify as a social impact company because we got a lot of resources and they have to do with real estate, structuring businesses and mentoring and stuff like that. But the greatest part about us as far as working with you guys and as far as realtors and lenders and people that want to become homeowners, not only do we do credit, but we have a background combined about over 30 years of mortgage experience. So we understand the lending side. So I don't care what lender you use, Mashana or Alicia or Juanita. We know exactly what needs to happen to get the client done, so that way they're guaranteed to get approved. But also too, because of the real estate and experience and background, we're not done with the client until you send us that picture and they have to close the table. So it's a lot different. You got some credit repair companies that, yeah, I'm gonna take this off and you get approved, but it's more to that when it comes to buying a home. Okay, we let people know what's going to happen even after credit repair. Because some things that still need to be taken care of even after the purchase of it. So, but that's our mission, that's our passion. We have a serious passion, with that. When you send a client to us, we're not done with them until they get to the finish line, and that's how we operate. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's awesome. So how often do individuals sign up for your services, and what reasons do they actually end up falling into your lap? Like, is it like just to buy a car, buy a home, or is it that they just want to know more about their credit? Like, how do they end up, connecting with you?
Our first part of the question said how often. Every day, every week, people enrolling, because of people like yourself. And like you said, we connect with a lot of what we call referral partners, like what Alicia is, realtors, lenders, and other people that's in the industry. And then the second part of so I know you said fixing their credit to get a car and stuff. I like this lane right here. We like just working where help people get into houses, business credit, business funding. Every now and then we get some clients that want to get a car, but those types of clients, I hate to say it, not stepping in anyone's toe, they don't take this stuff seriously. You understand? They want people that's getting cars, because I'm actually connected with a car dealership. I got a meeting with them next week to talk to their new people. And it's like, man, I'm gonna do it, but every time we get a client come over for it, they rarely sign up, because their mindset is different. They just want to hard. But people that want to become homeowners, now that they see, just like you said earlier, so most The young lady, credit repair company told the lady it's going to take a year. Every person that's trying to buy a house and have credit issues, regardless if someone told them not, in their mind, they think it's going to take a year or so. Okay. And
Right.
that's why you got a lot of people, renters today, that do not want to renew their lease, Mashana. They don't want to renew their lease, but they're going to renew their lease this year because they say, okay, our lease is up in June. My credit ain't that good. There's no way we can get our credit done before June. So let's go and renew, because they haven't met a company like my company, right? But yeah, to answer the question, what they like, we only really do. I mean, if someone comes to me, because I do bankruptcies too, believe it or not. But if someone comes to us and they want to get their credit done for something, we're going to do it. But like 99% of our clients is I like doing this, as far as getting people in homes and stuff, changing people's lives, because a lot of people don't understand that this is actually the easy part to becoming a homeowner.
Exactly.
Fixing credit, the easy part. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh,
Because home
that's good.
ownership is key.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think from what you said, that thing about like what sets you apart and so forth, because there's so many different credit repair people and stuff out there. So what are some of the key factors that people should be looking for when they're trying to find a company to help them get their credit restored?
Right. Once again, what people are we talking about? Are we talking about people that want to become homeowners?
People that want to become homeowners.
Yeah. Let's talk about them. So first of all, it would be, do that credit repair company understand what the lender needs to see? Because it ain't just about the score. You can have a good score, you understand, but your profile might still be a certain way that you're not getting approved. You follow me? You can actually have a good score and be lacking credit and you're not getting approved. Okay. And there's some other things that needs to happen. I kind of don't want to say it because I want to give some more credit repair companies some tips on this. But there's some other stuff on the back end that happens 2 or 3 weeks before closing. Title company pull title. They do a background check on the house, the seller and the buyer, and then the lender pulls a Kavers report. And I ain't gonna say, but these other things come up that's not on the credit report.
Yep.
That the credit.
That's true. And we have definitely had that occur.
Because we know mortgages. So during the very first consultation, I'm doing that check already. You understand? And telling people how we got to deal with it, because I can't make it go away, and no other credit repair company can make it go away. So that's the difference. What happened working with us. So if they trying to buy a house, they need to know, do that credit repair company understand the lender part and the mortgage side? If not, they're gonna spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Credit gonna get up. School will look good, but still have trouble purchasing a home.
You just said a mouthful right there.
That's really good.
You kind of already answered my question, because my question is, what is it that your company offers different than other credit companies that makes yours a better option? And like you said, knowing the mortgage industry and working on credit, you're going to already know what the lender's looking for to be able to check off all those boxes before you even say, okay, you're ready to go to the lender. And so I don't know if there's anything else more you can say that will sell. I don't want to say sell your company, but let us know what your company is doing different than other mortgage companies, because that right there in itself is a big check.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more I can say, but it's also more I don't want to say.
Right.
Because you want them to come to you so you can say it to them. I got it. That's a business move. That's a business move. I understand.
Listen, we can have this conversation off air if you didn't want to hear, but I'm real.
Don't worry, because I got some referrals for you. Believe that.
But one thing I can assure you, like I said, for you guys, even the renters that want to come homeowner, even if it's some other realtors or lenders, just understand the way we work with a client. We're not done. I mean, when I say we're not done, man, we on them, and hey, we give them a list of things that they can pay late. Why give you a list of things that can? Because it is what it is. Life is going to be life in over the next 3-4 months, right? So if you have to pay something late, you cannot. Everything on that credit report is first priority. If you make a late payment, you're knocking us well off, okay?
Yeah.
Because it can take your credit score almost a year or two to recover from one late payment, and you want to go to close in the next 3 to 4, 5 months, right? So I have to give you things and educate them. Okay, pay these late. Don't pay these late. It's worth paying your rent late. We're gonna talk about that. Your rent late, if you gotta pay your rent late to make your car payment on time. But as far as the rent concerned, because I know mortgages, we just don't want to be past 30 days late. but you can pay it after the 5th. You can pay it on the 9th. You can pay it on the 12th. Just don't be 30 days late. But if you have to do that to make that credit card payment on time, please do it. You follow me? And so,
Right.
and that's how we work on it. It's not just, all right, look at your credit. Here's the price. I'm gonna take stuff off. You don't have to worry about nothing. You understand? And that's it. No, it's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna take this off, but understand, just because I took it off, that doesn't mean that you don't still owe it. So we need a plan for how we need to deal with it after your service. And also, I want to educate you so that way you won't have to do this again. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the next question was like, just you basically have already answered it. You know, what are one or two, 3 points that you can give us about clearing up your credit? But definitely, I'm sure you can give that information to whomever, wants to use your service. So I wanted to ask you about, other than that, student loans. Can you give us a little insight on that? Because, we have a lot of people that are in that student loan, process, and, they maybe, deferment and all of that craziness. Can you give us a few pointers on that?
Now, what part of the student loan you asking about? What are you saying?
Those that have you have some students that may have deferred it for a long time, and or maybe some of them that have paid or attempted to pay. How does that really? How do you work with clients that have those issues with the student loan?
Yeah, well,
I think one of the guys that I've had not too long ago, they were showing that he was paying it late, but I think there was a time when you didn't have to pay it. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so, do you work with clients that actually, have that type of issue?
Right. Well, here's what happens. Since, believe it or not, I don't know if you guys noticed. So when the president came in, and I'm not talking politics, came in last year, and remember they laid off a lot of people in the federal jobs and stuff.
Right.
They laid off a lot of people in the student loan sector too. So here's what happened. Picture this. You got some people that was managing these deferred student loan accounts. Okay.
Right.
They get fired because in all my years doing credit, I've never seen this many late payments on student loans before.
Yes.
Never seen it. So last year around this time, come February, March, April, it was so many people's credit that we were seeing that had like multiple. Because first of all, the crazy thing about it, it was show they was on time in February and went to 120-day late in March. That's impossible. That's an error.
Right. Because they
right.
Yeah. So what was happening, Juanita, is that a lot of people, like you said, deferred. A lot of people had deferred student loan accounts that was coming out of deferment, and they didn't know.
Okay, I see.
Now here's the worst parts about student loans. Let me get children talking about it. So most people have a student loan, right? Mashauna got a student loan. She got a student loan for $70,000, right? She knows she owed them $70,000. But on a credit report, it's 10 $7,000 loans. 10 accounts. So just imagine your student loans went out of the firm 3 months ago. You didn't know it. So now you got 10 accounts that have 3 late payments on it. That's 30 late payments that just happened.
Wow.
So that's yeah. You got one loan. Most people don't know that until you look at their credit report. I know I got one loan, but now I know they got it broken down like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13 loans, right? So fortunately, now we can remove them, right? But here's a tip I will give that other credit program. We will remove them, but you still, I tell the client, you got to get current. You got to get in good standing. Okay, it doesn't matter that if I take it off or Joe Smoes or whatever, take it off the credit report. Like I said, the lender is going to pull this report called a Cabers report. You understand? Unfortunately, that's not pulled, guys, until after the contract got accepted and the loan started. That's
right at settlement time.
Right before settlement.
And I've had that situation, so I'm definitely, I would say, hip about that because that final report will tell it all. It's like a last hour thing that they do, and you know what? I really have never understood why they don't even do that at the beginning. Just do it at the beginning, because if you do it at the beginning, then that person already knows, like, that you don't have to go through this, until you handle that, we cannot purchase. But they do not do it that way. They wait until 2 days before settlement, pull that report, and then all of a sudden, whatever they have not paid or Because sometimes they don't tell us, even as real estate agents, what's really going on. They keep
we
us in the
don't.
blind, okay?
Yep.
Not understanding, and we don't know whether or not they went to school 10 years ago. We really don't know. So, we can't give them, that. But I always tell my clients, because once it happens to me one time in a transaction,
Start asking the questions.
when I get to the, look, let me just say this, look, let me just warn you, if it's something that you're hiding from me, the lender will find it. They will.
That's
And underwriting will find it as well. So, just be honest throughout the transaction so we can, get you where you need to be. So, yeah, that's definitely something that, if it happens to me one time, then that's what I do in future transactions, so that I, educate the client, let them know, like, it's nothing that you can hide. Yeah.
Nothing is hidden.
It's no big story, no big secret in this process. None.
Exactly.
so true. And we know that the hackers have gotten pretty savvy. So I'm just wondering, do you offer or suggest like periodic credit checks to kind of combat fraud or anything, any programs to monitor people's credit as well?
Yeah, I mean, you got your basic ones out there. You got your Credit Karma free one and Experian. That's what is those are really only good for, but not actually seeing your scores. Because I love doing home buying seminars, and I let people know, listen, your scores on your Credit Karma, Experian, your credit card at bank, that's not your credit score.
No,
okay, score is actually higher than what your actual FICO score is. But however, excuse me, those accounts are good for credit monitoring. That's what it's for. You get an alert. You see what's going on. You know what I mean? Okay, you got a hard inquiry alert, and you didn't just pull your credit. You understand? You can go in there, and then you can call the credit bureaus, and you can get it disputed yourself. And then if something like that happened too often, you can just put a freeze on your account, on your credit. Whereas though, I mean, you can even have it noted on there. Whereas though someone try to pull your credit, where it says, do not pull this credit, you got to call this number first to verify that it's the person. So you got to take some steps like that. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Great information.
Yes, indeed. So I definitely have some referrals for you. Believe that. Because as much as we work in this business, we find a lot of people that are qualified, but we also find people that are not qualified. And I hate to just drop off on people. I like to be able to put them in good hands so that they can go, have that second resource and say, okay, now you have to do X, Y, Z to get there. Not that, sorry, the lender said it's a done deal, you can't do it. I want to be able to have that second resource, somebody that I trust to, ensure that the client doesn't just drop off and, wait another 4, 5, or 6 years, because the opportunity to purchase a home is now. It's now. It's not next year, the year after. Set yourself up to win this year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
I want to say this because what I meant earlier when I said this is the easy part, and this is for you guys too, and hopefully for any renters that's listening, because I always share with people, because you said how many people we sign up a week. I mean, how often? I say almost every day, every week. What am I saying too, Juanita, is that, hey, listen, those people that you're trying to sell houses to, the ones that's probably listening today, and even as other realtors, we are talking to those guys 13 to 15 times a day, right? So here's what they're thinking, right? Number one, when I say that fixing the credit part is the easy part, because when it becomes to be a homeowner, the two hardest part that neither one of us can give that client is, I ask them, do you have a job? Do you have income? Yes. Okay, great. Because I can't give it to you. Juanita can't give it to you. Linda can't give it to you. All right. So we got that out the way. Do you have some money saved, or can you save some money? Yes. Okay, great. I can't give it to you. Mashana can't give it to you. Linda. So they got those two. Those are two hardest part. Fixing the credit is actually, I can control that. Right. You follow me? Then no, this is the easy part. Just tell me, what are we doing buying a house? Tell me the time frame that you want to do it by. Because once I look at your credit, I'm gonna tell you exactly what we got to do for you to get approved by March, by April, by July, August, whatever that time frame is. And I let them know I don't even have a year program because we're not that long, right? But I'm saying this to you. But listen, Juanita, in your marketing, Mashana, in your marketing, that's what these consumers need to hear. Okay, that's why they're not reaching out to you guys. Like, they're ready. They've been ready. You understand? Right. They do not listen. The next time you look at an apartment building, I can guarantee you at least half the people in that building do not want to renew their lease.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
They're going to because I think it's going to be impossible to get our credit done. I think it's going to take a year. Someone told me I need to have $20,000 saved up. No, you don't. You know, I tell a client, you got a good 35, 4,500. That's all you need because we got all these programs out here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yes. And we work with some savvy lenders.
Yeah.
That's right.
We work with savvy lenders that can, you know, definitely do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, you have given us some great information.
Yes.
I am happy you were able to make it on here and grace us with your presence this morning.
Yes, indeed.
If you could just briefly tell us how to get in touch with you, just give a quick little what's your information, and we'll make sure it's shared.
Great. Instagram, we are Rising Culture Consultants. We have in our link in our bio, we have a lot of different calendar links that you can click on to schedule a call. The number here at the office is 443-898-9755. And our email address is info at rising, RISING, ccgroup.org. But that's the best way.
All right. We definitely gonna pass that information along.
Heard it here first, right? Coffee and conversation. Thanks so much. Great information this morning. So what are we, guys?
We are reliable realtors
providing exceptional service.
No need to go far.
Come on down to AMR.
Hey.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you once again for tuning in, everybody. Thank you so much, Mr. Donaldson. We appreciate you. And you know what? You work in North Carolina, right? You can work with North Carolina?
I'm in every state, United States. I got
all right, okay, Mashana. That's all right.
And Mashana, just let you know too, you do a home buying seminar. You don't gotta do webinar with me. I like to come in person.
You coming? Okay.
All right. I like to hear that. Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Once again, everybody tune in on February, I think it's the 26th for our next taping. We'll have another guest there at 9:30 a.m. See you then.
Thank you.
Love you guys.